Hello, for today's mobility flow, we're gonna be starting sitting on our mat. You can sit up onto a pillow, a towel roll, or a block if you prefer. We are going to be managing our legs with this flow, so if it is preferred that you start with the right leg in front, but if that is uncomfortable, just sit however is comfortable for you. We're gonna start sitting up nice and tall. If you wanna close your eyes for the next stretches that we're gonna go through, you may do so. So we're gonna start with a nice deep breath in. Then as we exhale, we're gonna draw our chin towards our chest. As we breathe here, breathing in and out through the nose. Thinking about our posturing, bringing our shoulders over our hips. As we inhale up through the shoulder blades. As we exhale, breathe out nice and slow through our nose. Sitting up nice and tall through the back of our spine. Taking 2 more breaths. One more breath. As we inhale, we'll sit up nice and tall. Bring our head back up. Then as we exhale, we're gonna bring our right ear towards our right shoulder. As we bring our right ear towards our right shoulder, bring our attention to our left shoulder and focus on dropping that shoulder down. If you want to wiggle those left fingertips out or to the back, you might feel a little bit of a deeper stretch. Continuing to breathe. If you want to take your right hand and place it to the left side of your head, you may. There's lots of options for a very simple stretch. Taking one more deep breath in. Exhale, hold here. Maybe find 1 more inch of space. Nice and slow, we'll release, come back through center. Nice and slow, so that way we don't get dizzy. And we'll move to the other side. So we'll take a nice deep breath, sit up nice and tall. And then as we exhale, bring our left ear towards our left shoulder. Hi. And then we're gonna bring our left ear, or our left hand to the outside of the right side of our head. And then we're going to reach our right fingertips out, focusing on dropping our right shoulder down. Taking 2 more breaths. One more breath. Slowly rising all the way back up. Again, moving nice and slow, that way we don't get dizzy. I'm going to scooch over just a little bit, that way you can get a better idea of where we're going from here, but you can stay facing your camera or your screen. So we'll inhale, sit up nice and tall, and as we do, we're going to lift our right arm up overhead, sitting down through our hips and reaching those fingertips all the way up. Then as we exhale, we're going to take our right hand and reach it out past our left knee. Really reaching those fingertips out, stretching out the whole right side of the body, and thinking about pushing our right hip down. As we inhale, we're gonna take our right hand, reach it all the way up, and then back behind, and our left hand is supporting us here. As we exhale, reaching all the way up, and then out in front of that left knee. Nice deep inhale, reaching those fingertips all the way up, sitting down through our hips and reaching all the way back. Maybe the fingertips tip back. Deep exhale, all the way up, and then over that left knee. Really, again, reaching those fingertips out. Right hip is reaching down. Last one, deep inhale. Maybe reach the fingertips out another inch all the way up. And then all the way back behind. All the way up. And then over. From here, we'll take a nice deep inhale. We're going to sit up all the way. And then we're going to take the left or the right hand and reach it back behind, pressing our whole hand and wrapping our bicep out behind. So we're almost going to be sinking down into this right shoulder. From here, we're going to take our left hand, reach it towards our right shoulder, and then sink back into that right arm. From here, we'll feel a nice stretch in that shoulder, also our bicep. Keep pushing the floor away here, very nice and active. Bracing our belly muscles just a little bit so that way we don't overstrain our lower back. Pulling this left shoulder back. One more nice deep breath in. And exhale. As we inhale, we'll sit up nice and tall. From here, this is where the legs come into play. We're going to take our right leg and wrap our right leg all the way around as far as we can. So maybe wiggling those wiggling those toes, maybe not the fingertips, but the toes all the way back. From here, bringing our hand to our hip and slowly sinking down. From here, thinking about the inner thigh, really reaching down towards the floor. Continuing to breathe. As we take a nice deep breath, we're going to sit up nice and tall, bring our fingertips in front, and then walk our fingertips as far as we can. Again, it's totally okay to listen to your body. Maybe your hands are flat, blocks, pillows, whatever you have to support yourself here, or maybe you walk out a little bit further forward. We're going to take 2 more breaths wherever we are. 1 more breath. We're slowly going to walk our hands in. And then we're going to sink down into that hip, swing this right leg all the way around, but then we're going to replace it with the left leg. Now, if you're like me and typically sit with your right leg in front, when you sit with the left leg in front, it might feel a little weird, and your left hip might want to lift up a little bit, and that's okay. Just try our best to keep both hips as flat as we can on the floor as we move through the opposite side. Again, I'm going to turn just so you have a better view. But again, focusing on keeping our hips as square as possible. If this is uncomfortable, just replace your legs to a comfortable option. And when we get to the back end, you can just swing around that other leg. So we'll inhale, we'll reach our left arm all the way up, right arm is bracing behind. And then as we exhale, we're gonna reach this left arm out in front of that right knee. Feeling a whole stretch from the left fingertips all the way down to that left hip. As we inhale, we're going to reach all the way back and up. Feeling a whole stretch here throughout the whole left side, reaching from the fingertips down to that left hip. Our exhale is going to reach all the way up and then past that right knee. Deep inhale, reaching all the way up and back, and then maybe this time the fingers tip back, flex that wrist back. Exhale is going to reach us all the way up and all the way down. Our last deep inhale, maybe reach the fingertips out another inch. This time the hand's going to go all the way back if you can. Exhale is going to bring us all the way back and reaching out. From here, really pushing that left hip back and down towards the floor. As we inhale, we're going to reach this left arm all the way back up and then towards the floor behind us. So from here, really pushing that left hand into the floor, feeling that bicep rotate forward. The upper back is going to stretch out just slightly, bringing that right hand to that left shoulder. Try not to cover up the microphone. And pull that right shoulder back. Again, continue to push into the floor, bracing the belly and sinking back. Taking 2 more breaths. One more breath. From here, as we inhale, we'll sit up nice and tall. And then we're going to take the left leg this time. So if you have the right leg in front, we're going to switch out and take the left leg and reach that all the way back and reaching those toes out and back as far as we can. Bringing our attention to this left hip space, you can bring your left hip or your left hand onto that left hip and then sinking down. And if you're as tight as I am, maybe your face is gonna look like this. Which is okay. Thinking about pushing that left hip down towards the mat. Trying to release any tension, especially on our exhale. Taking 1 more breath here. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring our hands in front and maybe start to walk forward. Maybe for today, this is where we are, or maybe we walk our hands a little bit further forward. Continuing to breathe here in through our nose and out through our nose. Taking one more breath. On our next inhale, we'll slowly walk our hands forward. Sit onto that right side, swing that left leg around. And that's it for today.